What's up, guys? Welcome to my 1000 subscriber room tour video. My LEGO room has been in almost all of my YouTube shorts, but I've never made a video as expansive as this one, so let me know if you like this concept. But anyway, this video has been a long time coming, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see more. Coming down the stairs on the left, this is going to be the first shelf that you see. On top here, I have my completed collection of every 25th anniversary minifigure, which is really cool. Down below my UCS X-Wing, I have this ATTE with some 212th Troopers and Jedi Bob Starfighter, and then on the left, I have this Coruscant Guard gunship with some clone troopers on the side. Below that, I have some Marvel sets with pretty much everything Marvel that I have in my collection. I know it's not a lot, but I think it's pretty cool. And then this shelf has a lot on it with my droid army. It's super awesome. I have the 25th anniversary set from a few years ago, the AAT, and some other droid sets. Going underneath the Separatist army, I have this minifigure display case with some older clone troopers and newer figures like Commander Cody. And then on the left, I have some Batman sets, which are pretty awesome. And then underneath that, I have some more 25th anniversary sets and the coin from a few years ago. And then finally, on this shelf, I have Ahsoka Tano's Jedi Shuttle. Coming behind this shelf is my building table, so I'll build different sets for stop motions, and different mocks on here. And then I also have my realistic lightsaber, which is pretty epic. So to the right of the building table is this shelf. This is one of my favorite shelves because it has my UCS Jango Fett Slave 1 on it. And it also has these different Episode 2 sets, kind of like an Episode 2 display. Going beneath that is the Fortnite Battle Bus. This set is really cool. It has some great figures. And then I also have The Office, one of my favorite TV shows. And on the bottom shelf, I have the ARC 170 and Ahsoka Tano Starfighter, along with Plo Koon Starfighter. By the way, this set should have totally just been a full-size Plo Koon Starfighter. But anyway, I have the Rebel Trooper and Stormtrooper Battle Pack next to that. So to the right of this shelf is my first ever shelf, and you can kind of tell it's my first shelf because of how cluttered and messy it is. I'm not going to go through everything on this shelf, probably just because it's super messy and it'd take a really long time to do, but you can kind of see what's on here. I think it's pretty cool. Got some much older sets than what you're going to see on the other shelves. Coming to the left is my newest shelf. You can kind of tell because it's pretty empty. But right here I've got my V19 with the figures displayed because these are really awesome figures. And then above that, I kind of have the Spider-Man display going on with the CMF figure and the new train set. And then on top, I have one of my favorite sets, my UCS ATST. This set is absolutely insane. I'd actually highly recommend picking it up. And then I have the Star Wars logo because I kind of just needed somewhere for it to go. And taking a short walk over here is this shelf to the right of my TV. Up on top is this really cool space set, the remake from the classic spaceship, and then on the right is this really awesome airplane. Below that, I have the Inquisitor's Transport Scythe, this Andor set, and then I also have the Sarlacc Pit. And going below that shelf is one of my coolest shelves with my completed TIE Fighter collection. And underneath all these TIE variants is my Hoth display with my ATST, my Probe Droid, and this AT-AT from 2021. And then on the side, I also have the Imperial Shuttle. On the last two shelves, I have the Bad Batch shuttle with every Bad Batch character and some other miscellaneous sets. And then below that, I kind of have a Mandalore display going on. And then to the right, I have Cad Bane's Justifier. Now, I have to say this shelf is pretty cool, but I think the one to the left of the TV is even cooler. The reason being, right here, I have every single Knights of Ren figure, which is super awesome. And I also have some Batman sets, and then above that, I have Poe's X-Wing and Luke's Red 5 X-Wing. Down here is another awesome shelf with the Playscale Razor Crest. I think they're going to make another one of these in 2026 with the new movie releasing, but this one is still awesome. And then my favorite set in my entire collection is the 2019 Playscale Falcon. I have so much nostalgia for it, and it is just so awesome. And then I have a Mandalorian display down here with the Light Cruiser, the buildable Grogu, and this set from Season 3. And here we have Major Von Raeg's TIE Fighter, the Dorito TIE Fighter, and the Kenobi Slab. And finally, on the bottom is Zori Bliss's Y-Wing and some 501st sets, and then my 501st Army. I think this is absolutely insane. I think it's definitely one of my favorite displays in my collection. Here we are with the second to last shelf. I have the Playscale Death Star. This set is insane, one of my favorite sets in my collection. And there's also a Star Destroyer to pair with it. Underneath that, I have some more Mandalorian sets and Boba Fett's throne room, which is super cool. I think it's honestly underrated. Coming under here, I have some more miscellaneous sets with this tree from the Yavin 4 Rebel base, but I also have this Indiana Jones chase set, Anakin Starfighter, and this really cool display with Mace Windu and his clone troopers. Up on the mantle, I have this Technic motorcycle, which is my only Technic set because honestly, I do not like building Technic sets. But on the left, I have these brick heads, which are really cool. And then to the left of those, I have this minifigure drawer with some brick separators on top and just some minifigures on the inside. And honestly, this is super handy. Moving on to the final shelf, I have this pirate ship. I didn't really know where to put it, so I just kind of put it down here. But to the right of that, I have this U-Wing, the Ghost, and this duel from the Ahsoka show, which is pretty cool. It kind of makes a cool Rebels display. And finally, going above that, I have Hogwarts. This set is just absolutely ginormous. It's super cool. And you know what? If we get to 10K subs by the end of the year, I will drop Hogwarts. Mark my words. Alright guys, that's going to do it for my collection / room tour video. If you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.